Situation that a person just should not ought to be in. I thought that when I went to sleep, I woke up this morning, recorded the Have and Have Nots from last night. When I recorded the video, y'all, I went to sleep with it uploading. I'm thinking it has already released, and I scheduled, at least I thought I did, schedule Greenleaf to record. I wake up, I go about fixing some lunch and watching some TV. I wonder why I'm not getting any comments. I'm thinking like y'all really hated my hun and my goddamn Greenleaf review. Nobody said nothing. Y'all know I have the YouTube Studio thing, the app on my phone. That's how I get to y'all comments. I don't go through the email process to see y'all comments. I go looking for the video to see how many views it got on there. It ain't got no damn views because the shit never uploaded. Then when I try to upload it, it's starting to upload and it'll stop. Then I get this message after I call the damn technical support people for the computer, and it tells me that it's a corrupt file. I will have to delete and re-record. That's basically what the hell I was told. So after looking for the video in everywhere I could find on the computer and my phone for the damn video, I cannot for the life of me tell y'all what happened to that video, why that video corrupted like that. I have no idea. And my Greenleaf video is fine, it's just not uploaded. Whew, baby, heavy is the head that wear the crown. I ain't gonna even let these little minor interruptions destroy my day. And then I'm having all kinds of people texting me and sending me inboxes right now as I'm trying to redo the video, not realizing that. Just be cool. I'm working on it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a work in progress going on. Let me just do it. This is episode 19 of the current season, Haunted by the Surname. We open back up. I done did this so many times, I probably won't even have to look down that much at this outline, so let's flow. We open back up where we left off with Obama Jr. telling Candace, let's go on and make Benny the fall guy so you could be free and clear to, be my concubine, basically. Because remember, he said he ain't finna make her first lady. He just want her on his show, on his side, and down to the inauguration with him, right? She done told him exactly what I was hoping that she was going to say. I'm not going to let my brother take a fall for something he did not do. I love my brother, and I'm not going to let that happen. If I have to go down there to the police station and turn myself in, so be it, because I'm not going to turn my brother in. Now, you got Obama Jr. Chucky. He's sitting up here talking about, so you love your brother so much, why did you forge his name? Like she told him, do you know the color of panties I got on? If you know so much about me, you should know that me and my brother are very tight, and I would never let him take a fall for something I did. If that's the only person you can come up with, then we're going to be back to the drawing board. I'm going to have to go ahead on and decline your offer, and I take the jail for 800 Alex, is what she basically told him. He going to try to convince her that she's making a big mistake. She don't feel like she made no mistake, and I don't feel like she making no mistake. Do y'all feel like she making a mistake? You gonna put your brother, you gonna let your brother throw him under the bus and send him to prison for the rest of his life, possibly for a crime you know he didn't commit, but he did help you when you committed it. I don't blame her. She said, look, I can't breathe. He said, well, I'm not stopping you. She said, nah, yeah, years, you need to leave. He gonna tell her that he needs to, I know y'all not getting no hun notification because the hun ain't up yet. I'm getting messages. They trying to help me find the video, child. We don't know, so I'm just doing it over. Anyway, um, she sent him on by his business. I need some air. You the problem. He gonna tell her you giving up an opportunity of a lifetime. She was like, okay, sweat 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Okay, whatever. I said that I don't like too much like that Chucky. Now, Charles seemed like me and him, we could work something out. But Chucky, I don't like Chucky because Chucky is he rude. He's malicious. He has no respect for nothing but what he wants. I don't like Chucky, okay? She told him, oh, well. Now over the wire, him and Anna is watching a movie, and it's a knock at the door, and Anna luggage has arrived. I was looking the same way Wyatt was looking. You moving in? She said, "Yep, you got a full-time in-house counselor here to help you through becoming less dependent, well, not dependent on the drugs that you on." Okay, and she asked him, "How you feeling today?" He said, "I feel fine. You know, it'll be a little bit over through the daytime, but I'll be all right." She said, "We need to find something to occupy that time for you so that you don't be bored." She asked him about this questionnaire that he was supposed to have filled out. He said, "I only looked at that and I ain't never touched it no more." She said, "It's very important. This is a part of the step of the therapy or rehabilitation for you to do that." So let's go over some of the questions on the questionnaire. She retrieves the questionnaire out of the kitchen, and her first question is, What did you want to be when you became an adult?" Well, we find out that he wanted to be a firefighter. However, Catherine wanted him to continue on her father's business, and his dad wanted him to go into law. He said he didn't really want to do either one of them, but they didn't want him to be a firefighter either. Said someone with his name can't, and his background can't be no firefighter. He need to either continue on granddaddy business or go into law like his sister Amanda did. And he said, "You see, that didn't work out so well." I said, "Yeah, you're right, because she got murdered." But that led into the conversation about Amanda. I'm sorry, it's just wipes. But led into the conversation about Amanda, and he don't like really talking about it. She said, "Well, therapy, counseling is a part of your rehabilitation as well." He said, "Well, I've been to several of them places, but I really don't do that too much talking to them." She said, "You're gonna have to in order for the process to fully get, to work for you." She also gave him a glimmer of hope. She said, "Look, you make it past this process, and I may be able to speak to Dr. Jarvis, and he may be able to help you get an interview to be a firefighter someday." He said, "I'm an addict. Don't nobody want me like that." She said, "Dr. Jarvis know a lot of people, and I think that if you come through the program successfully, he would be willing to speak with some of his connects and maybe get you in." That interests him. She also noticed that there was some camera equipment in his apartment and asked him, was that his? He said, "The person that rented this place out to me or sold it to me, I think they was a photographer. That's they stuff." She said, "Well, I got an idea. Why don't we just go around town, take some pictures of some fire stations, put it in a collage, and you can use that as a source of inspiration to get past the process so that maybe you can actually become that firefighter someday." He cool with that. All right, he get a phone call. It's George. He wants to talk about D.A. Salison. Why you say I'm looking for her anyway? I ain't heard from her. Where she at? He said, she's no longer with us. He said, "Why?" We had a agreement. She gave me immunity deal. He said, "Well, that's kind of what I want to discuss with you. She was found dead." He said, "Well, I don't know nothing about her dying." And George basically said, "I know you don't, but we have to go, we have to talk to everybody she came in contact with. And we just need to ask you a few simple questions. Would you like to come down here or can we come over?" He said, "You can come over." He was getting ready to schedule a time. Then, why you said, "You come on right now, honey. You come on right now." Now, when he get off that phone, Anna say, "Do we need to call a lawyer?" He said, "No, I ain't did nothing to her." She said, "Still, do we need to call anybody?" He said, "No, because you're going to be right here." She said, "Yeah, I am. I'm going to be right here. I'm your shadow now." Something like that happened. Anyway, it ain't that damn important, child. Moving right along, okay? I don't know why we can put the murder on Wyatt. I'm wrong for that. I really want him to put it on War. Anyway, um, what happens next? Down to the police station. Hannah is finally, because of Veronica, able to go back there and see Benny. When the police officer come to take her to the back, uh, Catherine tried to walk with Hannah. And that's when the officer said only the grandmother. Hannah looking like, "Grandmother? Who grandmama? I'm his mama." Veronica, "Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget." Now, I said, ain't this a terrible time to throw some more shade at that woman? Bro, I did chuckle a little bit. That was funny. She telling Hannah to come on. Hannah was moving too slow. She said, "What's wrong with you? Your arthritis acting up in your knees?" Bitch, I could have screamed. I said, Lord. Well, while they back there, they give old Catherine Cryer a couple of minutes to talk to old Mitch Malone. And she wants to know how long he been knowing Benny. He said, I've been knowing him approximately about 10 years. He said, so Hannah know you too. He said, she know me, but we ain't, not like that. I'm friends with Benny. She said, well, does she know who you are? He said, who am I? I'm just Mitch. She said, look, you have a very powerful last name. He said, and still, I'm just Mitch. So she says, as much as I would like to just be Catherine, that Hargrave comes up each and every time. He said, well, that's you, because I'm still Mitch. Well, she was looking at him like he was a piece of meat, like a nice piece of brisket sitting over there on the side of her. And she tells him, are you dating anybody? He said, not at this time. Why? She said, well, I'm going to be a newly single woman soon, and I could use a man like you around my parts. He said, oh, yeah? How much you paying? She said, oh, baby, by the time I'm done with you, you'll be paying me. Mitch got scared. That's what I said, well, 'cause baby, when you corner them youngers like that and you're a little older than them, they get a little nervous. He was making excuses. He got up and left. In other words, he was scared and he was outdone because he didn't think she was for real. He tried to pull her card and got his pulled. When he walked out, she said, you don't know what you missed. And I got a feeling she going to show him down. Now, back there where Benny, him and Hannah asking Benny, did he kill Quincy? He said, no, Mom, I told you I didn't kill him. She said, well, the police said it was two people. It was a man and a woman. So, are you sure you didn't do it? He said, Mom, I didn't do it. Look me in my eye and tell me you didn't do it. He did that. She said, well, who else could it be? He said, he don't know. But you could tell he know, he just don't want to say it because the mama of the person who it is sitting right next to you. He said he don't know. Veronica kind of caught that. I do believe she did. She was like, you sure you don't know? He said, I do not know. She said, boy, don't get smart with me. I'm not getting smart with you. I'm telling you like I told her, I don't know who killed Quincy because it wasn't me. He also mentions that he had given out DNA. That caught Veronica's immediate attention. What you mean you gave DNA? Well, they came in here and basically told me I ain't had no choice, so they took my DNA. Veronica mad now. She finna go out here and talk to a supervisor or somebody because that wasn't lawful. So she leaves out. Now, before she left, she let them know, long as I'm sitting in here, anything that's said can't be used against you. When she got ready to leave, she said, remember, watch what you say. I won't be in the room. So Hannah, as soon as she walked out the door, do you think Jeffrey Harrington really did it? He was like, Mama, that's what Candace said, but we can't be talking up in here. She said, I know we can't. But are you sure that boy did it? Mama, that's what Candace said, yeah. She gets to talking about how much she wish she had been able to keep Candace away from Benny because everything she touches is just bad. She's just going off on that. And I'm like, okay, I feel you. She even says that the girl ain't called to even find out that her baby did. He was like, did you call her? She said, no, I'm not calling her. What I look like calling her for? The baby dead because of her. Okay? So I'm not calling her. And don't you trust that whole Veronica? He said, Mom, who else am I going to trust? We have no choice in the matter here. Hannah said, she thought about that thing. Yeah, I can't get him no lawyer. I don't want him back in jail. It's hurting me he here now. And it's all because of that girl child of mine. But all right, I'm going to keep it on the low. Outside, Veronica on the phone with her people, Monty, trying to find out who them two Homeland Security men were because they obtained illegal DNA from her client. Monty said he gonna get her a call back when he find out the info. So she goes back inside the police station and she's sitting there minding hers, right, flipping through that phone. The female police officer that was at the desk, Justice comes out and gives her a bogus reason to leave so that he can have a moment alone with Veronica. When the woman exits the area, he go over there and grab Veronica up. She talking about, oh, you strong. I said, boy, you might want to be careful. He's coming at her aggressive. I want that tape. Where is that tape? I'm sorry if y'all hear noise. My grandson is over here right now for a couple of hours. So excuse me if you hear him. But he's saying that, I need that tape back. She said, you ain't getting the tape back. I'm going to expose you. He told her, you don't know what I'm capable of. She said, no, your wife don't know what you're capable of, but she going to find out because, see, I told you to leave my son alone. And you wouldn't do that. So Justin decides he going to try to use honey opposed to the vinegar to see if he can catch the fly. He brings it all the way down to a very nice level and say, can you please give me that video? She said, nope. He told her, so you want to take it to this level? You have no idea so you really want to take it here with me? She said, well, what is you going to do? You going to hit me with some strawberries, rainbows, and feathers? Bitch, I was hollering. Veronica ain't got no chill. She said, boy, I ain't worried about you. I told you leave my son alone. It's all going to come out in court. And she walked off from me, mum bothered. I said, he crazy, but I don't know if he want Veronica or not. Because he may be crazy, but I think Veronica owned the monopoly on crazy when it comes to this particular show. So I don't know what you going to do, Justin. Mr. White Trade, but you need to figure it out. And if it's about trying to do something to her, you better think twice because it seems like this woman is always one step ahead. Now, Erica and Candace came over to Erica hotel room. She told my girl, you should have called because David could have been here. She said, girl, I seen David down in the bar area downstairs. I know he wasn't here. She frustrated. She need to talk. But I'm thinking to myself, Candace, why is you talking to her? You steady giving this girl more and more. I know Bad B Candy got to feel something about her by now. Something ain't right about her. Okay? She said, girl, look, let me talk to you about what's going on. I had the mark. I mean the mark. Do you understand what I'm saying? This man has all kinds of power. Okay? But when he drunk, he the sweetest thing in the world. But when he's sober, he in beast mode. He came up with this idea of me railroading Benny to go down for the Quincy murder. And that way I'm free to be with him. Now, first thing Erica did was ask her, why you didn't tell me about Quincy? She said, wasn't nothing you could do. She said, but I could have helped. No, you couldn't. So then she said, well, considering everything you're facing, Candace, that might not be such a bad idea. And when I tell you she gave that girl one of them slaps, you know how your grandma used to slap you? She be talking to one of the sisters down to the church and she lying and you come up and you say, no, grandma, that ain't what happened. And she slapped your ass so hard you had that pause and it's like all your feelings hurt, but your voice everything is stuck right there in that throat. That pause your grandma slap you, that's what the hell she did to Erica. She slapped the paws in her, made her lay down. Bite down or lay down, baby. That's what she made her do. Then when as the girl was getting up, she said, say it again. Say it again. I wasn't gonna say that. She said, you must have forgot your position. She said, when I was running these streets, you was my bottom bitch and you ain't bring that much money in. She said, but really I came over here to get a outfit from you because, see, that last dress you gave me had a stain, had a smell to it, you know. It was bothering me. And when I worried all day about what that scent was because I knew I smelled it before. And I finally realized it's that cheap-ass ghetto cologne that War wears. She went there immediately. You know I don't fool with War. She said, I hope not. She said, I need to get some clothes. So she told my girl, you can get whatever you want, but I hate seeing you so stressed out like this and whatnot. Candace said, I'll be fine. Won't you stay here? You can stay here with me. Candace said, no, I can't. Well, where you going? I don't feel like I need to tell you that right now. She get the shit and she leave. Now all of a sudden, Erica's so full of anger, which if you was that mad that you pretended in that bathroom, you would have not been able to contain that when that woman first slapped you across your face and probably slapped your goddamn ear too. That was a hard slap. She probably slapped a pause in your throat and a pause in your ear, okay? But you on the phone with Ward talking about you want a dead. She at the hotel right now. She just slapped you. And that man like, girl, that's the artesian. I'm not, it's too hot for me to come over there doing anything. Send somebody. Didn't I tell you I'ma take care of her? I can't right now, but I got her. And I see she's smart enough not to show her anger toward War. She got off that phone. Then one of his goons talking about we done made a location on Mitch here at the grandma's restaurant. War gonna tell them to go over there. Oh boy said that's the mafia. He talking about that ain't no damn mafia. So you setting your boys up to go over there, fuck with Mama Rose and them, get they ass broke down like fractions. They gonna spill the tea on where you at. She gonna kill them and come and get you. Cause it ain't now one of them dudes you had with you look like they was out that life. That was bullshit. Now back down to the police station. Hannah coming from back there talking to Benny. Okay. She asked Veronica, how long will he be here? She said, I really don't know. So Hannah said she ain't going, she not leaving until he's out. Catherine reminded her, we got a business to take care of back at the house. She remember, I got to go plan this baby funeral. She told her, look, I drove, so I'll meet you back at the house. So Catherine about to leave, and here come George. George coming there trying to ask her questions about DA girl. Catherine playing it off. I didn't know. I don't know where she is, and I don't know why she would be at my house. And oh, she dead. What happened? He talking about her GPS tracked her car. Last location was your house, and the last call she made came to your phone. Veronica standing in the background, she told Catherine, don't you answer not one more question of his, okay? Because he know better than this right here. She said, George, you know you have to have a warrant in order to ask her that kind of stuff. And even with the warrant, I might not let you ask. He said, Veronica, it ain't like I can't get one. She said, well, go get it. Go get it. Don't talk about it, be about it. He said, it seemed like you defend everybody. She said, ain't it always like that? Go get your warrant, George. I ain't got time to play with you right now. Catherine, meet me at your house in 15 minutes. Catherine said, I don't trust you. She said, good, I don't trust you either, but still meet me there. And she left, okay? Now, Jeffrey tried to go see Melissa to try to make her feel a little bit better down to the hospital. Child, he in there telling her that life will get better. It's gonna be a rhyme, a reason to all of this mess going on in her life, and that her dad wouldn't want her to live, be upset. He want her to thrive and nourish and have a good life. Here come Mama Doris, who is Veronica 2.0. Okay, and she ain't as good as Veronica, but she's quite a lot to deal with. Now this girl, who your daughter, who it seemed like you just not visiting since she got there, but this is probably about a day in the life of Tyler Perry. So it's probably just been a day, but you just not getting there. And all you can say to your child is, you need to get up and stop being so selfish. I'm trying to bury your father. I ain't got time to be dealing with this. You don't. The world ain't nothing gonna get better for you by trying to pull these stunts. And Jeffrey is sitting there. He's like, well, maybe she needs counseling. That lady said, we don't need no counseling, and we can't afford no counseling. We already indebted to your mama for the rest of our lives. We can't afford no damn counseling, and we can't accept no handout. But I did hear that you like getting hand jobs. He was taken aback, and so was I. Bitch, who you talking to? First of all, you just lied in a sense. You say you indebted to my family for the rest of your life, meaning at some point you took a handout, but now all of a sudden you don't take handouts, and you want to come for me about my gay life. He let her know real quick. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I like hand jobs, but you ain't got to be gay to get them. I'm sure you know. Mama had to remember, let me not go too far because that is Veronica's son, so she left that alone. She basically telling Melissa, get your ass up, get your ass in gear, and do better, is what she's saying. I'm recording a video. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, y'all. This is why I don't like family over. But anyway, yeah. So basically, mama leaves. Tell your mama I done talked to her and she ain't gonna pull no more shit. Girl, this is a good looking man. Go on, have that baby and everything will be all right. I can't be dealing with you, and I got to bury your daddy. So get yourself together, cause I'm not here for this. Stop being so selfish. Melissa said, oh, forget about me. She said, girl, you ain't life ain't about you. And she left her out there, left her sitting there. This girl is crying her heart out. This is what she had to deal with her whole life, because it seems like the only form of love she got was from her mom. It's not coming from her dad. It didn't come from her mama. Jeffrey feels so bad about the situation. He's trying to make her feel better, but she's so upset. She told him to just go on about his business. She don't want to talk right now, okay? Now, Back at the hotel, Candace get a knock at the door. It's finally Landon and Obama Jr. He looking very solemn. I said, is this the moment we've been waiting for? And it was. He said, look, I had to speak on a gun violence I don't know what that was, but anyway, it was on gun violence. I don't know if it's a rally or whatever, but by some happenstance, he found out one of the victims of some random gunfire is her son, and she is upset. What happened? What did you do to my child? He said, I ain't do nothing to your child, girl. I ain't do nothing to your child. Landon say it was a shootout at the Fountain Drop Hotel, and your son was an unfortunate victim. And that then she knew that it was the truth because she had ran away from the Fountain Drop. So she's crying and she's asking, is he okay? And I didn't like the fact they told her that he was going to survive. Why are you telling her? No, he ain't going to survive. He ain't going to make it. Why are you telling her that? Tell her the truth. He dead. He was dead when they left the Fountain Drop. So why won't y'all just tell her the truth? She put their ass out and she went through 30 different emotions. Now if it was me, I probably would have tore that room up, fell out. I'd have been, child, I would have needed the sisters at the church to come and put the towel over me or something, because I would have been so out of it. I wouldn't have been able to understand. But she put them out and she's going through the motions. What did I do? Now over at Catherine's house, Veronica arrives and she started pouring gasoline everywhere. Good luck. Don't tell me that you're not going to set your house on fire because all the evidence in your house. Without evidence, ain't no case. And you ain't getting me caught up in this. Catherine thought about that. She said, oh, okay. She said, look, I would feel better about doing this here if Jim was up in there. But whatever. She finished pouring the gas. Tell Catherine light it up. Baby, that flame starts, and she say, is Jim in there? And Catherine say, I don't give a damn. And we in right there, child. I'm glad this girl finally found out her baby was dead after all these damn episodes. I'm really glad. Now, hopefully we can get some of old Candace back as she go to war with War, because War didn't have to do all of that. Erica need her ass ate up because she the one told them where she was at the Fountain Drop. That's why he went there. So she needs to get a piece too. And Candace needs to deal with the fact that, girl, your child is dead. It was good to see some emotion in her. At least I know she ain't inhumane. Anyway, that's it. Y'all remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video, comment down in the panty, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and share the video. I'll see you back in a moment for Greenleaf. Peace.